where price action went. So in this case, we would have had a candle that started here at the open, pushed down to the low, then back up, and then past our close to the high of the candle, creating that wick, and then back down and closing at the end of whatever time frame you're looking at to create the close of the candlestick. So for this example, let's pretend that this is a daily chart. So the beginning of the day, this market would have opened here at the open. Price action would have moved down to the low, up to the high, and then back down at the end of the day to close right here at our close. And this is an example of the anatomy of a bullish candlestick. Now we'll quickly go over a bearish candlestick as well. Now, as you may have noticed, these two are very similar. The only difference in a red or bearish candlestick is the fact that the close was below the open. So here we have the open, and again we'll use this as a daily candle just for example purposes. So the beginning of the day we have an open here, and this candle would have opened there, pushed up to a high of the candlestick, pushed all the way down to the low, creating that bottom wick, and then closed at the end of the day right at our close. And since we have a close that is below our open, then this candle represents a bearish day. So that time frame was a daily time frame, so that would represent a day where markets fell off, a day where markets closed below where they opened, and that would represent weakness in a market. So that was a quick run through of the anatomy of a candlestick. Again, the high represents the highest point price action got during this specific time frame. For this example, we were using a daily time frame, so this would be the highest point the market got to in that daily time period after the open, which was here, and this would be the lowest point price action got during that daily time period until it pushed back up and came here for the close. For a bearish candle, the close will always be below the open or on the bottom of the body of the candle, and for a bullish candle, the close will always be on top of the body or above the open of the candle. Alright, so now that we've quickly been over the anatomy of a candlestick, let's jump into what these candlesticks actually represent. And then later on, we'll discuss how we can use candlestick charts to predict market direction. Alright guys, so let's dive into what these candlesticks actually represent. Well, each one of these candlesticks represents a specific time period. If I click over here on time periods, you can see that we have time periods ranging from 1 minute all the way to 1 month. So with that being the case, if we were to click the 1 minute chart, then each candlestick would represent 1 minute or 60 seconds of price action. We would have the open of a candlestick every 60 seconds on that 1 minute candlestick chart. We